Hey, what's going on, guys? Bflattened here with a brand new video today. Today we were talking about patch 1.5 with the introduction of Season 5 for September 25th, 2023. I was told that this is spicy patch notes, and they're going to be quite long, so let's go ahead and get through them as quickly as possible. A new mythical Temtem is here. Gallios is the third and last mythical Tem with a kit focused on Doom, new traits and mechanics, and a brand new route and layer. There's a new quest that will take you to its lair, and you can start it at Nanto Labs in Sempanku. New quest and new route. New mythical lair can be unlocked. A new type of Temtem. Umbras are real. After teasing this for a month, Umbras really do exist and have been included in this update. Umbras are a new different type of colored Tems. They're Luma Dark's even rare counterpart. They have a new effect exclusive to them. Umbras won't spawn until you have finished their respective quest and after defeating the third mythical Gallios. There are 3 ways to obtain Umbras, whose base rate of apparition is 1 in 75,000. Wild. Using the base rate, Umbra can appear in a wild battle where a Luma could appear too. If Lumas are blocked on a specific enemy or battle type, Umbras will be locked too. Breeding. Umbras are infertile, but Luma parents can produce Umbra children. Each time a Temtem breeds, the base rate will be used to determine if it's an Umbra. If one of the parents is a Luma, the rate for being the child will also be multiplied by 10, 1 in 7,500. And if both parents are Luma, the rate will be multiplied by 100, 1 in 750. Umbra radars, these work like current radars but boost Umbra odds instead. This will be purchased with Luma drops in Nanto Labs. These have a different icon and tweaked UI, so you can easily tell them apart from regular radars. The Umbra rate will be multiplied accordingly to the current capture ratio. 0 100, base rate of 10, 100 to 101 to 200, base rate of 50, and 201 to 300, base rate of 100. All Umbras have their SV set to 50, all the possible egg techniques already learned, 0 FERT, and they will be soulbound. Please note that anything that boosts Luma chance like Sidepark or radars doesn't boost Umbra chance. This is not a drill nor a joke, Umbras really do exist. They require huge effort and a steep climb from Luma hunting. Time for a new season. Season 5 is called Endless Night, and it's the dark and spooky season all as goths deserve. It'll go from September 25th until January 29th on the upper right-hand corner of the Tamer Pass. There'll be 2 events, and one, of course, will be Halloween-themed. New Challenger mode, randomized. It'll be random lock mode without hardcore Nuzlocke rules, so if a Tem faints, you could still continue with that Tem. Most things will be random. The classic mode comes with its set of exclusive new rewards and its kudo. Layers version 2. Apart from the usual ones, you can now form parties of 1 and 2 players. Less jewels according to party size. Rewards have been adjusted to party size. New party sizes focus on players who might not have reached endgame yet. 3 to 5 person layer will still be the most challenging with the most effort. And you get a mythical layer in any mythical egg in layers of any size, pardon me, but layers of 3 to 5 players will provide eggs with boosted Luma rates. Ooh, nice. We've introduced a new node that will let you trade with other players in the layer, so now you can trade with other folks. The trading node will be added to DigiLayers. The person who reaches the node initializes the trade. The person on the receiving side must be out of combat to be able to accept it. We've added a pity system to layers. This means that each node you conquer successfully, you'll net yourself 100 Pansuns, even if you don't beat the boss or leave in the middle. All nodes count. Casual rematches for dojo matches are here. You'll be asked to choose the difficulty. You can choose between discipline and casual. Casuals have been scaled down, so have their rewards. You can complete the casual option first and discipline later. Casual version will be counted as completed as well, and you'll get the casual rewards automatically. You will now be able to preview the Luma dies in the Luma shop before buying. New musical instrument, the theremin. Alright, and improvements. Premium store items from Season 1 have been added to the daily store pool. You'll now be asked to release Tems and free Tems from 4 particular randomized species instead of the current anything goes method. Each player will get 4 different species at random, so each set of groups will be different for each player. You can release them in any order and at any time during the week, switching from group to group at random. Groups will be equalized in terms of difficulty. Maximum amount of releases is 90, and the minimum is 5. We made it so you can only get 1 group of the maximum amount per week, making sure free time is never more demanding than before. Release Tems will maintain the current free Tem restrictions, capture that same week, and also have your OT. Rewards will be feathers and pansuns for each group. Every group gives the same amount of rewards. You can do as many or as little groups as possible. We made it so that currently equipped cosmetics and currently placed furniture items don't appear in trade. A feature for clarity that will let you see some gears at the beginning of a turn, even if their behavior hasn't been activated yet. This will record them in the battle log and make it harder to forget that they're there, which is nice. Mythical Temtem now have variants into their intro and fainting voice over sounds. Credits have been updated. Matter transfer drone transitions now have sound effects and audio behavior. We reviewed the cosmetics in the regular loot pool to make sure that they're sellable to NPCs and tradable. Nice. Special trainers have distinctive music intro. Alright, balance. Feather reward for Grid Arena increased by 33. Feather reward for Tem Safari increased by 15. Feathers for Draft increased by 15. Discipline Dojo now provides better rewards. Rewards for 3 to 5 mythical layer has been adjusted. Digilayers will now ask for one more jewel to access the boss. Cosmetics in the city boutiques have their price reduced. Ranked rewards have been adjusted slightly depending on whether you're playing a pro or a showdown squad. Games played with a showdown squad will now provide slightly less rewards, while games played with the pro squad will now provide slightly more rewards. PvP, here we go. Chromium. Stam increased to 61, special attack to 85. Shy Shield is going away, Generify is going away, Data Burst is going away, Hologram now early level, Binary Flood early level, and Rainbow Guard early level. Here's the list of changes per Chromium type. Quartz Dirt is going to Crystal, Digital is getting Overclock, and Token has been added. Earth, it gets Petrify, Sludge Gift, and Drought. Electric gets Electric Storm, Tesla Prison, and DC Beam. Fire gets Fiery Tornado, Fire Flame, and Fiery Heist. Melee gets Kesagatama. Mental gets Emanip. Nature gets Allergic Spread. Neutral gets Willpower Drain. Toxic gets Toxic Gas. Water gets Tsunami, Water Blade, and Sharp Rain. Jeez. Wind gets Blizzard being removed, and Gust is being added. Torrent has its damage increased from 65 to 95. Whoa. Pigment Inverter, previous effects will no longer work. Pigment Inverter, when attacking a Tem with an ineffective technique, the target receives 3 turns nullified. Sinner Typer has its damage reduced from 30 to 25%. Naga, HP has it been increased from 47 to 53, defense increased from 58 to 62, and special defense increased to 78. The Seed Aura, previous effects no longer work. New effect, from very low to very high, the priority of the techniques used during a turn is inverted. Karin, Willpower Drain now lowered at 30, Nightmare Feed added to its move pool, Earth Wave removed, Stone Ball removed, Stampede removed, Stamina increased to 57, Attack reduced to 52, and Special Attack to 81. Wow. Petrify, hold turns have been increased to 2, Trap reduced to 2, damage increased to 61, Stam cost to 17, new effect, overexerts the target. Skull Helmet, new effect, the Tem is now immune to the exhausted status condition. Interesting. Koish, this is another big one. Stam increased to 61, HP increased to 57, special defense increased to 58, attack reduced to 76, Bubbles and Water Cannon are gone. Fin Beat, Ice Cube, Hypnosis, Rainbow Guard, and Water Jet has been added to the general tech pool, and they are learned at different levels, earlier levels, and now for different types. Crystal gets Sharp Stabs, loses Crystallize, Sharpening added, and Mineral Hail is now learned at level 80. Digital loses Auto Destruction, gets Cyber Claw and Generify. Faraday Cage has also been added. Earth, Stone Ball is lost. Earth Wave is gone. It gets Rockfall, Quicksand, and Earthbreaker. Electric, it gets Sparkling Bullet. It has Electromagnetism and Charged Iron Fillings. Fire, it loses Lava Wave but gets Meteor Swarm and Quetzalino. Interesting. Melee, it loses Haido Uchi and Nido Saiho, but it gets Wrenching and Helicopter Kick. Mental, it gets Ultrasound, Black Hole, and Transient Echo. Nature, it gets Roots, Photosynthesis, and Revitalize. Neutral, It loses Harmful Lick and Late Torment, but it gets Held Anger, Stampede, Cooperation, and Goring. Wow. Toxic. Wastewater is gone. Toxic Ink is gone, but it gets Nox Bomb, Wrist Shield, Venomous Claws, and Metabolize. Water. Aquastone added, Flood added, Laundry added, Sanative Rain added. Wind. Boomerang has been removed. Turbine added, Refreshing Breeze added. Stream. Stamina cost reduced to 20. Burst Stream. Damage has been reduced to 85. Neutral Stream. Damage has been reduced to 85. Iridescence. Previous effects no longer work. When receiving a technique, the type of this technique is ignored, but it deals 12.5% more damage to Koish. Let's see. Okay, that's talking about Chromium. We just went over that. Lawali, HP increased to 61, defense increased to 54, and it gets Darkness. Mosu gets Rampage and Oshidashi. Magma has stamina increased to 61, defense to 64, special defense to 64. Oshidashi and Charcoal. Grandpa has defense and special defense increased to 63 and 68. Last Rush has been removed from his trait, and it gets a new trait called Bird Season. Okay, we're going to learn about Bird Season soon. Amphitheater. Stamina has been increased to 61, special attack to 66. It loses Infectious, and it gets Settling. Settling, it gets boosting special attack as well, along with attack, so that the special attack being increased is nice. So Amphitheater can scale offensively. We talked about Naga already. Banapee, Flaming Meteorite, and Base Jump added. Pyre gets Base Jump. Its attack gets increased to 81, speed increased to 91, and HP to 67. Owie gets defense to 46. Owlie gets T-Shrap. Owlhe has HP to 62, Stamp to 55, special defense to 49, and it loses Determined from its trait. It gets Furor. Barnshee, stamina increased to 56, defense to 47, HP to 63. Perenniant to 58 stamina, special defense increased to 50. Tortonite has its HP to 76, stam to 61, defense to 78, special defense to 65. Inky has its defense and special defense increased to 61. Curry has willpower drain added, sludge gift added, petrify, attack reduced to 35, and special attack increased to 60. We talked about Corn already. Blues, Bamboozle has been added, Beef Up has been added, and Pollution has been added to Blues. Gazuma has its HP to 54, stamina to 56, and defense to 52. Questionable, because Gazuma is really good. Schween has HP to 51 and defense to 55, not bad. Valier gets Black Hole and Jinx Whisper. Adoro has its HP reduced to 67, Stam reduced to 63, and special defense reduced to 105. Good. It's not killing it, but it's good. Jukai gets Turbine. Interesting. Two-Wire has HP to 62, defense to 60, and special defense to 61. Questionable. Vulor's Smoldering Kiss has been added. Volcrane gets special defense to 43, and it gets Rockfall. That's not bad. Acronox defense increased to 68, special defense to 68. It has Restore. Koish, we've talked about Koish already. Mawala, Hypnosis has been removed. It gets its HP to 71, speed to 60, and special defense to 61. Venman gets special defense to 52. Ventil gets HP to 64 and defense to 55. Undermine has been added. Nice. Arachnite has HP to 75, Stam to 61, defense to 60, special defense to 76. Volgon is actually getting buffed. HP to 63, Stam to 45, defense to 65, and special defense to 69. Nice. Techniques. Pisa Blow goes to 31 Stam. Torrent damage has been increased to 95. Stream reduced its Stam cost to 20. We talked about the streams already. Swarmade stamina recovery effect has been removed. Fixed damage when the caster's HP is over 50%. 10% fixed damage when the caster's HP is below 50% is 5. New effect, partner and caster are now healed by 5% when the caster has over 50% of their HP. Partner and caster are now healed by 10% when it's below 50%. Okay. Swarmade has synergy now. Stamina effect recovery is removed. Fixed damage, it goes from 50 to 15. So it increases by 5% for all the effects previously mentioned. Goring, damage has its increased. Damage increased from 95 to 102. Stam cost has been increased to 21. That's still really good for Goring. I'm a big fan of Goring myself, so I like that change. Refreshing Breeze status has been removed from all to positive. Special defense stage modifications is 1 to 2. Refreshing Breeze synergy, very high prio now. Special defense stage modifications increased from 2 to 3. Piercing Wheel, priority has been increased from high to very high. Stamina cost increased from 33 to 36. Knockback had his damage increased from 150 to 156. Oh boy. Zen Meditation, hold turns have been reduced from 3 to 2. Stamina cost increased from 9 to 14. Drool, stamina cost reduced from 28 to 24. Electric Storm, stam cost to 26, reduced. Horror, stam cost reduced from 20 to 18. We've talked about Petrify. Perfect Jab loses its damage from 30 to 25. I wish it was kind of -1 defense, honestly. But that's not bad either. Time Split, damage has been increased to 61 and stam cost reduced to 16. Toxin Shower, damage increased to 61. Playball gets 61 damage, 60 to 61. Double Gash gets its damage increased by 1. Stone Trench, stamina cost reduced by 4 to 25. Electro Punch, damage has been reduced to 100. Stamina cost has been increased to 24. Sting, attack type is changed from physical to special. Faraday Cage, stamina cost has been reduced from 34 to 31. Double-Edged Synergy, new effect. This technique can ignore the evasion status effect. Interesting. Fire Flame, priority has been increased to high. Traits, okay. Backhanded, previous effect no longer works. New effect. When using another technique, the Temtem receives 1 turn of regen. Toxic Farewell, poison turns have been reduced from 3 to 1, and HP reduction from 10 to 7. New effect, the poison ticks are now applied to both rivals. Okay, that's not terrible. Kinetic Transfer, previous effects no longer work. When attacking a Temtem, the user recovers 15% of the damage done as stamina. Don't like that. Hypnotist, trait no longer triggers when the Temtem enters the battlefield. This trait is now enabled after the Tem has spent 2 turns in the battlefield. So that hurts Mawala a lot. Deceit Aura, we talked about that. Iridescence, we talked about that. Pigment, we talked about that. Tri-Fi, exhaust turns from increased from 1 to 2. Last Rush, damage has been reduced from 40 to 33. Fast Charge, speed stage modification has been increased from 2 to 1. Increased from 2 to 1, that's decreased. That's a typo. I'm gonna highlight that just to get modifications on that. Settling, new effect. Settling gifts the holder with 1 special attack and 1 attack for each 2 turns on the battlefield. Common Factor, nullified turns have been reduced from 2 to 1. Skull Helmet, new effect. The Temtem is now immune to exhaust status. Sinner Typer, damage reduced from 30 to 25. Alright, some gears. Previous effect no longer works for Vitamin Complex. New effect, after the Temtem with the gear spends 3 turns in battle, all negative stage modifications are removed. Nut Bar, this gear won't be activated after the holder receives damage. The gear will be enabled at the end of the turn if the holder has taken damage that turn. Slingshot, previous effect no longer works. Techniques with base damage lower than 60 and priority lower than high deal 30% more damage. Oh boy. Okay, that's big. Maybe that's why they did some increases to 61 instead of 60. Sweatband. Previous effect no longer works. New effect, the holder restores 5 points of stamina at the start of the turn. Interesting. Building Blocks. Previous effect no longer works. New effect, regenerating 1 turn instead of defense plus and special defense plus. Well, there goes Building Blocks. That's kind of dead. These are the gears affected by this change. Kaleidoscope, Add Shot, Nut Bar, Snare, Grease, Gravel Bag, Bait, Drill, Schweenshorn, Refreshing, Building Blocks, Talisman, Energy Drink, Strange Vest, Reactive Vial, First Aid Kit, Vitamin Complex, Hopeless Tonic. Those are going to be the gears that will be recorded in the battle log, just in case you forget that they're there. Those are all the ones there. These are the gears that have the most significant impact when planning a move, so that's why they're there. There's a bunch of fixes that are in here. A lot of them are, a lot of these are just platform related, so feel free to take a look at those when I post it. And other than that, that's going to be the completion of patch 1.5. I will post the notes in the description, so feel free to take a peek at that so you can look over them yourselves in case you want to reread. Other than that, Season 5 is here and upon us. New mythical, new challenge mode, reworked free tem and layers, and also Umbras are here. Enjoy your Season 5, everybody, the Darkness season, and I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Bflattened. I'm signing on out of here. Take care, all. Laters.